Hey guys, just want to hop on here. Today we're going to be talking about, do we really need truck drivers in the world? And we'll go over in detail, but the short answer is no, we don't. People complain about how there'll be a loss of jobs, but that's not actually true. There'll be new jobs that are being replaced by AI for the people to maintain the AI, to maintain the self-driving trucks. People just don't want to work hard and get educated and want an easy job. And instead of getting something that's actually qualified, that they actually have to use both their mind and their physical labor for as well too, not just physical labor. And that's not really physical labor. That's just sitting in a spot, driving 600, 1,200 miles from one place to another. I don't consider truck driving a real job, in my opinion. I think it's just some BS work. That's all. So basically, the main points that we're going to go over for why truck driving is not a real job and why it needs to be replaced immediately by AI drivers. People who can't even code in Python, Java, C++, have no idea how a machine works. Says, oh, what you can do if the machine goes wrong? First of all, human error is 1,000 times more likely to be happen than a machine. A machine doesn't make mistakes. They've already proven it. These people who don't even know how a machine works are wondering, saying that the machine's not going to work. You have no clue how it works. You don't know how to make it. You don't know how the sensors work. You know how the Arduino system works. You don't know how the C++ coding in that works. You don't even know how to program a freaking Raspberry Pi. And you don't even know what that is. You're thinking, oh, that's my old lady's fucking making some apple pie raspberry. Shut the fuck up. Okay? You do nothing if you're a truck driver. Let's just be 100% honest. I am so happy that AI is going to be overtaking those jobs. Those useless idiots. They can't drive properly. All they care about is getting their load. They don't care for your safety. If you don't come home to your family when they hit you or T-bone you, they don't give a fuck. They're not going to do anything for your family. The company's going to get a lawsuit and they're going to go out with their dandy day or get some other loser job. What's he going to go be a Home Depot manager? Come on. All he cares about is getting his load so he doesn't get, he cares more about not getting yelled at by the people that he's dropping off the load to than he does about your safety. The only thing that's going to happen with the computer truck drivers, the AI self-driving ones, is that it's just going to hold up traffic. None of that's, there have been no accidents at all with the self-driving truck. People are like, oh, what if it gets covered in snow? What about this and that? First of all, then it'll stop and it'll be wait to be maintained and pulled over, and law enforcement will pull it over manually, and nothing will happen at all to that truck. If the first of all, even if it's covered in snow or whatever, that's a worst case scenario. If it's covered in snow, it's gonna still be the sensors are still gonna be able to function. Are you stupid? When it's snowing outside, your car has sensors. They have cars with sensors. They don't stop functioning. None of that's gonna be a problem at all. They're gonna go speed limits. They're not gonna make illegal turns when you're backed up at a green light and some stupid truck driver blows a red light and almost hits you and you can't back up. It almost takes your life. That won't ever happen with a self-driving truck. Self-driving truck is the best. You're not going to slow progress down for some Stone Age losers. Let's be 100% honest about that. Okay? Truck driving, and who the fuck gives a shit about a truck driver, dude? People care about the brainy stuff. The That's so cool that we have self-driving trucks. That's awesome. The people making this stuff shouldn't be slammed. Those are awesome inventions. That's an awesome job with creating the hardware, the software, everything. That that's that's like the winner of the science fair, freaking literally getting dished on, as opposed to the guy who's a loser in the classroom getting praise, the troublemaker. That's what a truck driver is to a person that can make self-driving trucks, and that is the truth. Truck drivers don't do anything. The machines aren't going to make mistakes. The people who are overseeing that stuff are the self-driving trucks are going to ensure that as well too. And truck drivers will not only get other jobs, they're either going to get more qualified jobs in the industry or they're going to have to look for other jobs. Who cares about their jobs in the state of that? They can look for other jobs. Jobs are important, but there will always be other jobs. That's not our fault they chose not to get educated and have some stupid CDL license. Okay? So, enough of these dumb truck drivers, dude. They suck. In the early 2000s, they were safer and they still sucked, but self-driving trucks are cool. They're better. They're awesome. And if something does happen, there'll be cameras, and the person who either hits them because they won't hit anybody, insurance will be filed and claimed right there, and the police will be notified. And it'll be taken care of easier. Tell me, once a truck driver comes at you and starts swinging at you, wouldn't you rather crash into a self-driving truck? And that's what those types of people are. The machines that need rest don't need rest like truck drivers. They need rest so the machines and engine can operate. They don't need as long. They don't take meals. They don't need a shower. Whichever human's going to need a shower. Bathroom's right there with a shower. But human truck drivers are the most unnecessary job in the world. And we'll save our tax money with truck stops too. Truck stops will not only be smaller with less accidents over there, but that'll save our tax money and it'll be just simply for maintenance repairs. At truck stops, we'll have people that periodically check to make sure that there'll be a program package for each company to purchase that truck maintenance that are at truck stops, or if something does happen, the guy from the truck stop can go out and get the truck from the load. Okay? Because things can happen. If let's say there's too much icy road and the truck is stopped over there, the guy can come out and manually take care of it to the stop. Okay? So the biggest worry in the world is dumbass human truck drivers. Having cool ass self-driving trucks creates so much less worries in the world. Enough for that Stone Age job. Get the fuck out of here.